ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ऐं क्लीं सौः हंसशिवसोऽहं मत्प्रें मदक्षमरवीं वसौं सक्षमरवीं सौं स्वरूपनिरूपणे हेतवेतु गुरुवे श्री अन्नपूर्णाम्बा सहितं श्री अमृतानन्दनाथ सरस्वती श्रीगुरु श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ऐं क्लीं सौः हंसशिवसोऽहं मत्प्रें मदक्षमरवीं वसौं सक्षमरवीं सौं स्वरूपनिरूपणे हेतुवेतु गुरुवे श्री अन्नपूर्णाम्बा सहितं श्री अमृतानन्दनाथ सरस्वती श्रीगुरु श्रीपादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि नमः। शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। अगजाननपद्मार्कं गजाननमहर्निशम् अनेकदन्तं भक्तानां एकदन्तोपास्महे। गणानां त्वा गणपतिं गवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमस्त्रवस्तवम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पद आणशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमन्महागणाधिपतये नमः। ध्यायामि ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वदमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वदमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वदमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वदमानय स्वाहा। खड्गमाला ह्रीङ्काराधनगर्भितानलजिकां सौः क्लीं कलां बिभ्रतीं सौवर्णाम्बरधारिणी वरदधादौ तां त्रिनेत्रोज्ज्वलां वन्दे पुस्तकपासमङ्कुतधरां स्रग्भूषितामुज्ज्वलां त्वां गौरीं त्रिपुरां परात्परकलां श्रीचक्रसञ्चारिणीम्। ॐ मत्स्य श्रीसुधशक्तिमाला महामन्त्रस्य उपस्थेन्द्रियाधिष्ठायी वरुणादित्यऋषि दैवी गायत्री छन्दः सात्विककारभट्टारकपिटुत्थितकामेश्वराङ्कनिलया महाकामेश्वरी देवता ललिता पराभट्टारिकाम्बा देवता। ऐं बीजं क्लीं सिद्धि सौः कीलकं मम खड्गसिद्ध्ये सतभीष्टसिद्धे जपे विनियोगः। ऐं अङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः क्लीं तर्जनीभ्यां नमः सौः मध्यमाभ्यां नमः सौः अनामिकाभ्यां नमः क्लीं कनिटिकाभ्यां नमः। ऐं करदलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः ऐं हृदयाय नमः क्लीं शिरसे स्वाहा। सौः शिखायै विष्णुं सौः कवचाय हुं क्लीं नेत्रत्रयाय वौ षट्। ऐं अस्त्राय फट् भूभुवः ॐ इति दिग्बन्धः। ध्यानं तादृशं खड्गमाप्नोति येन हस्तस्थितेन वै अष्टादशमाद्वीपा सम्राट् भोक्ता भविष्यति। आरक्ताभां त्रिनेत्रां मरणमवसरां रत्नताटङ्करम्यां हस्ताम्बोजैतपासाङ्कुशमदनदनुसायिकैरुस्फुरन्तीमापीनोत्तुङ्ग वक्षोरुह कलतुलटत्तारहारोज्ज्वलाङ्गीं ध्यायेत् अम्बोरुहस्ताम् अरुणवत्नाम् ईश्वरीम् ईश्वराणां लमित्यादिपञ्चपूजां कुर्यात् यथाशक्तिमूलमन्त्रं जपे। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं लं पृथिव्यात्मने सत्सङ्गं गन्धं कल्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं हम् आकाशात्मने इन्द्रियनिग्रहं पुष्पं कल्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं यं वायुव्यात्मने अरिषड्वर्गविसर्जनं धूपं कल्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं रं तेजात्मने चित्कलादीपं कल्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं ऐं क्लीं सौः क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं वं अमृततत्त्वात्मने शिवशक्तिसामरस्यं नैवेद्यं कल्पयामि नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं क लह्रीं मदकलह्रीं सकलह्रीं अहं ब्रह्मास्मि अयमात्मा ब्रह्म प्रज्ञानं ब्रह्म तत्त्वमसि इति महावाक्यप्रवचनं सुरभिताम्बूलं कल्पयामः ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं कैलह्रीं मदकैलह्रीं सरळीं संकालात्मने मनोलयम् आनन्दकर्पूरनीराजनं कल्पयामः ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ऐं क्लीं सौः सौः क्लीं ऐं ॐ नमः त्रिपुरसुन्दरी हृदयदेवी शिरोदेवी शिखादेवी कवचदेवी नेत्रदेवी अस्त्रदेवी कामेश्वरी भगमालिनी नित्यग्लिन्ने भेरुण्डे वह्निवासिनी महावज्रेश्वरी शिवदूती त्वरिते कुलसुन्दरी नित्ये नीलपताके विजये सर्वमङ्गले ज्वालामालिनी चित्रे महानिद्ये परमेश्वर परमेश्वरि मित्रेशमयी षष्ठीशमयी उड्डीशमयी चर्यानाथमयी लोपामुद्रामयी अगत्समयी कालतापरमयी धर्माचार्यमयी मुक्तकेतीश्वरमयी दीपकलानाथमयी विष्णुदेवमयी प्रभाकरदेवमयी तेजोदेवमयी मनोजदेवमयी कल्याणदेवमयी वासुदेवमयी रत्नदेवमयी श्रीरामानन्दमयी अणिमासिद्धे लगिमासिद्धे गरिमासिद्धे महिमासिद्धे सिद्ध्वसिद्धे वसिध्वसिद्धे प्राकामसिद्धे भुक्तिसिद्धे इच्छासिद्धे प्राप्तिसिद्धे सर्वकामसिद्धे ब्राह्मी माहेश्वरी कौमारी वैष्णवी वाराही माहेन्द्री चामुण्डे महालक्ष्मी सर्वसंक्षोभणी सर्वविद्रावणी सर्वाकर्णी सर्वशिङ्करी सर्वोन्मादिनी सर्वमहाङ्गुदे सर्वखेतरी सर्वबीजे सर्वयोने सर्वत्रिगण्डे त्रैलोक्यमोहनचक्रस्वामिनी प्रकटयोगिनी कामाकर्षणी बुद्ध्याकर्षणी अहङ्काराकर्षणी शब्दाकर्षणी स्वद्धाकर्षणी रूपाकर्षणी रसाकर्षणी गन्धाकर्षणी चित्ताकर्षणी धैर्याकर्षणी स्मृत्याकर्षणी नामाकर्षणी बीजाकर्षणी आत्माकर्षणी अमृताकर्षणी धीराकर्षणी सर्वासा परिपूरचक्रस्वानुगुप्तयोगिनी अनङ्गकुसुमे अनङ्गमेखले अनङ्गमदने अनङ्गमदनातुरे अनङ्गरेखे अनङ्गवेगिनी अनङ्गाङ्गुदे अनङ्गमालिनी सर्वसंक्षोभणचक्रस्वामिनी गुप्ततरयोगिनी. We are continuing Ananga Devata. I was telling about Vichakshana, Vairagya, Vichakshana, Viveka. You remember that? Vairagya, Vichakshana, Viveka. And this is obtained by Nishabda Mauna, Dhyana, Anushtana, Prapanchika Pravrutti, the responsibility. Then again, Nishabda, Chintana, and Dhyana. Chintana. So, as I was mentioning, some of these are Bahiryagam, some of these are Antaryagam. That means it is not enough if I just do the external puja. Yagam. This is any puja is yagam only. I think we are misunderstanding yagam means only havan. No. Even pancha indriya should you use do a yagam. That is why pancha yajna priya pancha preta manjadishayini pancha yajna. People give different meanings for that. Somayagam. These are the different yagas for that. No. All the Indriyas should do a yagam. That means receiving, burning, and also receiving and burning. So externally, I'm protected from not receiving anything inside, so that I'm precipitating. Enjoy, but burn it. But internally, whatever impurities I'm having, I'm burning it. So both are happening in this yagam. So that is why in Lalita Sahasranam, she clearly told, Antarmukha Samaradhya Bahirmukha Sudullabha Trivarga Nilaya Trista Tripurumalini. Beautiful. See, it's not enough if you just say Ananga Kusuma, Ananga Megala, Ananga Madana, Ananga Madana. That's fine. External. Along with that, Antaryaga. That means Chintana is an Antaryagam. Nishabda is an Antaryagam. Dhyana is in between Antaryaga and Bahiryaga. Anushtana and Prapanchika Pravrutti. Of course, we only do Anushtana like a Yagam, Bahiryagam. But Prapanchika Pravrutti, attending to my family, we never think that it is a puja. Do we? No. And the Shastra says that is also a puja. Bahiryagam only. So having said that, now why I'm telling this, Amma is preparing you for the next avarana, which is Sarvadangshobhini, Sarvidravani, Sarvagashni, Sarvahladini, which is actually Antaryagam. Enough with the Bahiryagam. You've done enough. You understood the whole nature. But through Bahiryagam, I need to understand the nature. Every creature, every atom in the nature represents Ambal. That I need to understand, not just getting stuck up with a mantra or a yantra or a tantra. This is Bahiryaga principle. Either we are successful or not, that's fine. But Antaryagam I need to start. That's where I need to develop myself. I'm able to interact with my family, my friend circle. I'm able to help them. I'm able to feel them as mine. But this interaction from this central nucleus is only limited by a circle. Within the circle, my friends, relatives are there. In the fourth avarana, this circle gets blasted. This is a circle in which I am in, the earth. When it is removed, I am in the 14 worlds. Atala, Bhuhu, Bhuvaswaha, Mahajana, Tapaha, Ogum, Satyam. Those 7 and those 7, I'm able to interact with them. That means the expansion happens. For that to happen, these Ananga Devatas are, right now I'm tied up with all the passions. Now finally, under the instructions of Universal Mother, she tells, again, all the Ananga Devatas are she only. She tells, release my child. So 1 by Pasham is released now. Now I am ready to expand. Everything is caused by her only. So what we are now talking about is Dhanalakshmi, Sheelam. One of the passion we have is Seelam. Yeah, it's good to have a Sheelam. That means character. But the Seelam is misunderstood, mostly pertaining to the body. No. Dhanalakshmi makes you understand the real definition of a Sheelam. Sheelavanta, Gunavanta. These two are different. Gunavanta is related to public. Sheelavanta is related to your own self. What all the samaja, what is that? Community, society has laid down the rules. They are for being gunavanta, sadguna sampanna, because they don't want any trouble from you to the society. So they don't, these are the rules for you as a human being. You should be a sadgunavanta. But Sheelavanta has got no connection with the public. Sheelavanta is only for you. Sushila, Sausilium, this is for me. What is the Sausilium? What is Sushila? Number one, I am doing justice to my natural quality called gratitude. That's my natural quality as a human being. I told you long time back, unfortunately, a dog should teach us what is gratitude. And I need to learn from a dog. Gratitude towards the nature, gratitude towards my teacher, gratitude towards my family, gratitude, everything. How many people, whenever they go out on a vacation, they look at the tree and they nicely put a blanket, open up their hot boxes, and prepare to eat. Wow, I'm enjoying. Along with that, how many people say thanks to the tree? Thank you for giving me the shelter. You should speak to them. Gratitude. Unfortunately, I'm just taking it for granted. Suppose here is very sultry in Madras, Chennai. Suddenly a breeze comes. Thank you, God. This is the innate quality of a human being. Gratitude. Okay? Then I should be true to myself, not true to the world. I should be true to myself. That means even though I'm acting before the society like a good man or good woman with all the attributes infringed on me by the elders and the books, at one point I need to get it into me and become natural. Do you understand what I say? When I'm talking to Uday Kumar, he's new to me. I never seen him. Namaste ji. Very nice to see you. Well, I'm telling everybody, even though they are known to me. But am I having the same tone and same love towards my own family members, husband and wife, children? This is the innate quality I need to develop. Saushiliam. That warmth, it should be natural for me. And what is the other third quality? I need to be there, but not there. I'm in the samsara, but I'm not into the samsara. There's a lot of difference. I'm in the samsara. I'm in the family, but I'm not into the family. If I'm into the family, I can't come out. But I'm in the samsara, I can still focus on my own personal transformation and my antaryagam. So, how do I achieve it? Dhanalakshmi, Saushiliam. She reminds you of your responsibility towards your own inner seelam, towards you. You're responsible to you. Right now, I'm thinking I'm responsible to the community, but I'm responsible to myself. Taking a video with a mobile when somebody is being killed, am I responsible to myself? Right? No. And driving away our own people out in the name of fear of virus, I'm not responsible to my. These are the inner qualities. They are called dhanam. Vidya niguda guptamu. This dhana, this wealth, nobody can take it away from you. And it will help you to do more punya karmas and punya gati. That means if at all we have any next birth, and that will be a good birth. So Dhanalakshmi is removing that misunderstanding that Sheelam is something connected to the world. No, it is connected to your own self. Getting up early in the morning is not for getting a D vitamin or some peace. Getting up early in the morning is my nature. So everything, you just make it natural. Then when you help somebody, when you donate something, you don't feel that you are. That's why my Guruji used to say, when you think that you are a realized person, then you are not a realized person. When you think that you are unique, you are not a unique person. You should be a normal person. Then the realization also becomes normal. Normal for you. It's not abnormal. Do you understand? Oh, Uday Aravind was, we are not like that before, but no, now he is a realized person. That means, has he taken Boost or Bournvita to get realized? Nothing. It was there. But over a period of practice, it became natural. Love becomes natural. Gratitude becomes natural. And philanthropic nature becomes natural. Compassion becomes natural. Everything. Forgiving becomes natural. How can you trust these people? Why are you helping them? I don't think I'm doing anything. How can I remain quiet without helping them? It's quite natural. And another thing, most important, don't attribute any reasons for your action. You are loving him because. You are hating him because. Everything let it be natural, quality. That is Sheelam. Unnatural is Gunam. Because my mother told, this is good for community. You need to have Sadguna. But Gunatita is Sheela. I need to understand Gunatita is Sheela. You're not born. There is no tamasic gunam in Sheelam. Right? Do you understand this word Sheelam is a broad word. So finally, Gajalakshmi works on your kulam. This is where the secret of Tantra is hidden. Kula is Muladhara. And that is represented by elephant. So one hand, when I am stuck with my kulam means the caste, and it goes further into Dhanika kulam, Peda kulam, rich, poor. Now we have got middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class. We have our own. What is your family? It's upper middle class family. There is another subsect of my kulams. Kulam is not just caste. So I'm confined to that. And Purusha Suktam says, ब्राह्मणोऽस्य मुखमासीत् बाहू राजन्यकृतः ऊरू तत् सेद्वेषवद्भागं शूद्रो अजायत. This, if you want to be one with the Mahapurusha, Purusha Swarupam is a complete Swarupam. Understand that your face is a Brahmin. Understand that your shoulders are representing Kshatriya, king, and your thighs are representing Vaishya, the business people, and the feet are representing Shudra, the labor people. Everybody is necessary. Like, right now, Ambal has made us to realize 1.5 months lockdown, the maids have not come. Who are you now? You washed your own dishes? You washed your own bathrooms? What's your cash now? Right? She forcibly made you to accept that you also belong to that caste. Exactly right? So, there is no separate distinction. I need to understand, as long when Gajalakshmi means the magnanimity, Gajalakshmi is huge. When it walks, everything looks small by the side of elephant. It may be attacked by a lion, that's a different thing. But when it walks, majestic walk. So majestic nature is when I'm not confined to my kulam, and see that every action, my attitude towards the work in that action gives that kulam to me. I told you a number of times, when I'm teaching you, when I'm sharing some information with you, even the mother and child also. When the mother tells something to her own child, this is a wonderful example. Don't plead with your child. Please do homework. How many times I have to tell you now? If you don't, I'm getting tired of talking to you. This is not you. You should not be like that. Gajalakshmi. How you do that? You don't expect any returns for your statement. The problem with you is you are expecting your son or daughter to listen to you and do exactly what you say. That weakens your mind. You're not Gajam anymore. You may be Gajam in personality, but I'm sorry. But you're not Gajam in your magnanimity anymore. Agreed? So, when I'm transferring a knowledge, I will not expect anything. Then I'm a Gajalakshmi. She releases your bond of expectation while communication. Expectation while communication is one pasam. This is the most common reason for many of the problems in relationship. Expectation in communication. You communicate because Ambal has given me, Ambal is speaking through me. Who am I? I'm just listening. If I expect, 90 people should come, they all should clap in between, then I'm no longer a Brahmin. I'm worse than downtrodden people. Nobody is high, nobody is low. But when I'm just doing without any expectation, when transferring the communication knowledge, it need not be a guru lecture. When you are communicating with your husband, be a gajam. Or your wife, be a gajam. No expectation. I just wanted to tell you, I told you. And happy, either you listen or not. I just walk away majestically like a gajam. Agreed? Communication. And when it comes to decision making, I'm not, I'm impartial. Mistake or a wrong thing is wrong, whether my child does or the other person does, other neighbor's child does. When they come to your house, you have a different rule. When your child goes, you have a different role. No. When you are doing some mistake, you have explanation. And the same explanation is given by others, you don't expect. This is normal weakness for us. Then I'm not a king anymore. King, impartial. That's why Guru, this seat, is very, very controversial. Many people get hurt because I had to say, this is wrong. Guruji, I've been with you for so many years. I did so much service. Still you are finding fault with me. Well, dharma, Raja Dharmam, that is Gajalakshmi. Financial transaction. My Guruji used to say, Subbu, the day before yesterday, you took 13 rupees or something like that, no? Did you give it back? And, what, 13 rupees? Just keep a count of it. In initial stages, I didn't understand how this big guru of a Peetam asking me 13 rupees, did you remember? Then slowly I understood. And he used to give back. So in the financial transaction, you're doing justice. Because you are handling Lakshmi, again another form of Lakshmi, you're respecting. Say, I owe you Pavanil this much, this is it, exactly, with paise. And if you don't mind, you also owe me 19 rupees and 55 paise. Just I want to remind you, if you give it, that's fine, but otherwise that's fine. I'm reminding you that respect towards the money should be there. So, but conveniently forgetting my dues and insisting your dues is not Gajalakshmi. It's true to your transaction. And finally, the most important, while you are serving, don't serve with an expectation or with a pride or that it is a responsibility or duty. It is a bhagyam. Previously, people used to wait till 12 o'clock. All the different groups of people, Brahmins, Kshatriya, everybody wait for the person, a new person to come and dine, have food in their house. It's a bhagyam. If somebody asks you help, think it is a bhagyam because mother is sending that emissary to you, knowing fully well that my child will help. In whatever manner you need to. It's a bhagyam. That kind of attitude towards seva. And that is Gajam, magnanimity. So all the bonds with my kulam, my actions, different kind of actions. Somebody donated some 5,000 crores or something like that. Great. So, in Sri Suktam, the Kshutpipasamalan Jeshtam Lakshmi Nasayamyam Abhutim Asamridin Sarvan Gruhat. That lines, you ask money to God. Give me $1 million so that I can help at least 500,000 people. That is the fine point. Then what happens? Whatever money you are getting, it will be channeled through you. You are a representation of God. When you are donating, you are a representation of God. And what you get is by doing this action, you get the punya phalam, which will buy you more comfort, which are not even available with this $1 million. Do you understand that? You may not get in dollars, but more comfort, more peace, which is not available in this $1 million. So you should always pray. I always pray. If I have about 10 crores of rupees or 1 crore, I wish I feed 10,000 people daily and employ people. I used to tell my mother also, Amma, I need to have, in those days, 1 lakh, a lakh is a gift. I need to have 1 lakh rupees so that I can feed people. Have that. Then ask money. That's fine. Gangadal choppulla avvali మన ఇంట్లో. That big vessels movement just to feed the people. That's why we have come. So that is finally Gajalakshmi. Like in all the animals, elephant has got its own status of being huge, magnanimous, majestic walk, the way the trunk goes. And then that's why it is used in temples for seva. Not a lion, not a dinosaur, not a giraffe, not a hippopotamus. Why only elephant? And Gajakesari yoga is one yoga in astrology. Why Gaja has come? Right? So, and also in the Gajendra Moksham also, Gaja is used because that Jiva who stops fighting with the Maya of samsara and surrenders totally to the sustaining power of Vishnu, saying that I am helpless, you are the one who can save me. He is the Gaja. All are mosquitoes. Fighting with the Mayas are mosquitoes only. The one who surrenders. When you may ask me, surrendering is no action. You're not even fighting. Well, that is compared to Gajam. Right? So, now, what is this? Sarvasa Paripura Gajakra Swamini. Is that right? Sarva Sankshobhana Jakra Swamini. Naturally, what all we have discussed for the past 3 days, it completely agitates mind. Because I'm used to this kind of life for janmas after janma, and suddenly these 8 mommies are coming, 8 ladies are coming and telling me this is wrong, this is how you have to behave. How can I accept? That's where Sankshobhana happened. When Rama was walking, he hits a stone and becomes Ahalya. The one who can రాతిని నాతిగా చేసినవాడు రాముడు. నాతిలో కూడా భగవంతుని చూడకుండా రాతిగా చేసేవాడు మానవుడి కన్నా హీనం. The one who can make a stone into a living entity, that's why he's called Rama. So we are all like stones, rigid, age-old fashions, age-old customs. We will never move out of it. One person will come in your life. Call him guru or call him advisor, or a problem comes in. All the trusted beliefs will be shattered. Like Shankaracharya was guided by Shiva himself. Being that great, he was also having the Kula passion. And he was saying, Chandala, Dassi. You know that story, right? And Shiva comes out, whom are you asking to move? This Chandala or the Ishvara in you? So that day should come. At that time, this Sankshobhana happened. That means, this is when the first 3 avaranas we have discussed. Brahmi, Maheshwari, Gaumari, Vaishnavi, the 3 layers. Then Kama, Kashni, Buddha, Kashni, second layer. Then Navananga Kusuma. These are all materialistic, related with our life. Now, the first movement starts. That means, this Jiva has actually started his spiritual journey. This baby started to walk. Until now, what all we have discussed, Anima Siddhe, Legima Siddhe, Garima Siddhe, Mudras, all, you kept, this is not at all actual practice. Now the actual practice comes. So, the movement, first movement is Sarva Sankshobhanam. Sankshobhanam, Shobha. We have got two different things. Shobha means agitation. Agitation is for good and bad. Suppose something is not fulfilling your desire, somebody is not listening to you, some project is not being signed, something is always against you. Shobha. Sankshobha is for good. This agitation is for your good because the movement is happening. You're being pulverized, made into powder. And then the flow happens in the latter. So, up to now, one layer, and this movement is Sarva Sankshobhana Chakra Swamini, Gupta Yogini. First one is Prakata Yogini. Text Gupta Yogini, Gupta Tara Yogini. This one, Sarva Sankshobhana Chakra Swamini, Gupta Tara Yogini, further deep. So, now the next layer starts. We are going to the new Avarana. Sarva Sankshobhini, Sarva Vidravini, Sarva Karshini, Sarva Hladini, Sarva Sammohini, Sarva Stambini, Sarva Jhrummini, Sarva Vashankari, Sarva Ranjani, Sarvonmadini, Sarvartha Sadhike, Sarva Sampatti Purani, Sarva Mantramai, Sarva Dvanda Kshayankari, Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakra Swamini, Sampradaya Yogini. Once again, Sarva Sankshobhini, Sarva Vidravini, Sarva Akarshini, Sarva Hladini, Sarva Sammohini, Sarva Stambini, Sarva Jhrumbini, Sarva Vashankari, Sarva Ranjani, Sarvonmadini, Sarvartha Sadhike, Sarva Sampatti Purani, Sarva Mantramai, Sarva Dvanda Shankari, Sarva Saubhagyadayaka Chakra Swamini, Sampradaya Yogini. Sonia ji, this doesn't have any connection with the mudra. That is first layer. Is not connected to mudras. No more external. Is internal now. Now, Sarva Sankshobhini. These three words have come in the beginning, right? In the first avarana, third layer, Sarva Sankshobhini. Now again is coming. How can two names look same? The first one is a communication, mudra devata, Sarva Sankshobhini, Sarva Vidravini, Sarva Akarshini. That is first one. Now here, now that you have come to the fourth layer, all the celestial energies in the 14 worlds, 7 top worlds, 7 underground worlds. There is no underground because we are in Earth, we are saying underground. But Earth is globe, and in the cosmos, where is underground, who is upper ground? Nothing, right? So, all the downward lokas, 7 lokas, all the celestial energies will be assisting you in moving forward. Sarva Sankshobhini. All the while, my actions are oriented, my communication, Shobhana is different meaning, action. My action is limited only to a circle of my family members, my community, my country. Now, with the entry of these celestial energies, it is expanded, no more circle. I'm able to communicate with many, many, many celestial energies. That means I can see so many things beyond my reach. Right now, my vision is maybe this field of vision is this, but I'm seeing you But I may be able to see something else in Kedarnath, Badrinath also, crystal clear. I'm able to communicate silently. That's how a similar thing happens in Shirdi Sai Charitra. How many people read Shirdi Sai life Sai Charitra? In that one chapter, it says Sai standing on the temple steps. It says, get out of my masjid. Go away, go away. And actually at that time, one businessman will be coming. I don't know the name. And he thought that Sai is asking him to go. But in fact, he is driving away a snake or something like that, which is coming to bite his own disciple. Go away, go. That means even though he is here, his communication is beyond certain range. That is Sarva Sankshobhani. I'm able to interact beyond the earth layers. Sarva Sankshobhani. Interact in the sense I'm able to hear different sounds. Murmuring sometimes. How these sounds will be murmuring. Some temple bells. Ladies chit-chatting. We used to hear in Devipuram, and my Guruji told, in Devipuram, all the deities in the ground floor, they assemble at one place, they chit-chat. My Guruji told. Honestly, we never believed that. How can icons move to one place? And that too, he used to tell, Varahi, that place they will assemble, and I heard, you also try. First of all, being before Varahi at 12 midnight in Devipuram itself is scary. Because, like that it will be, and I had to sit alone. But some days we went there and really we heard whispering noises. Somebody, unknown, not distinct, indistinct voices chattering something. And sound of rhythmic anklets. Jung, shak, chak, 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 chak. Jung, shak, chak, 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 chak. As when somebody is doing a dance. And that continued for half an hour. And sound and light program, rays coming in and hitting the dome. Is it imaginary? No. It will happen. So you'll be under the guidance. I'm not saying, I reached that level. Maybe because my guru was there, I was able to peep through that layer and then see those things. Because of Guru's grace. So you'll be able to hear, you'll be able to feel the fragrance. Some people also have occasionally, I feel sandalwood smell. Have you got that experience? Somewhere, there is no sandalwood, agarbatti anywhere. I feel jasmine smell. Where are these smells are coming? Because you have Sri Yantra at home, you already started Sri Vidya practice, or you will be pushed into Sri Vidya pretty soon. That's why mothers are preparing you with the pilot coming before the chief minister. That's why the scent is coming before the heroine. The jasmine flower scent, fragrance, anything has got a purpose. I need to understand that. And you're not eating anything. Sarva Sankshobhani has got so much inner effect. You're not eating anything, chewing anything. Suddenly you feel sweetness as if you have honey on your tongue. Anybody got that feeling? Some sweetness. You never ate anything for half an hour, 2 hours, but sweetness. That means you are able to taste certain substances far away from you. Maybe in Gangotri, Yamunotri, or even Kailas, Vaikunta. We don't know. Unknown places, that taste will come. So, this is the expansion which is happening in సర్వసంక్షుమణి ఎంత టైం ఉంది? కరెక్ట్. అని చెప్పలేదు. మై marker is also immersed in the talk, so he forgot to tell 5 minutes more. So now again, who will remind now? Is it Chennareddy outside or Chinnamma inside? Where that it is suddenly coming 5 minutes more. This is the mystery. It comes to everybody. Only thing is, all I am saying is, no, she is, when I'm saying, Gajalakshmi, you should be impartial in your judgment. She is universal mother. She is also impartial. Everybody, she looks at the same. She doesn't give a special status to certain people, certain saints, certain rishis. Ramana Maharshi, these are the people favorable to me. No, everybody, she gives the same thing. Only thing is, our focus is on something else. This is the main thing. Our awareness is totally busy on something else. And I'm not looking at it. It is right there. Everybody will have this experience, provided you search for it, you focus on it. నాకే మిగతా వాటి మీద పడిపోయి దీంట్లో బిజీ 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 అనుకుంటే ఎక్కడ వస్తుంది అది? ఐఎమ్ ఫైండింగ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ బిజీ ఇన్ సో మెనీ యాక్టివిటీస్. ఐ విల్ నాట్ ఫైండ్ దిస్ experience. The inner voice. And trust me, once you are connected to the inner voice, later on you don't need to take any decisions. There is a roadblock there. Take a left turn. That's when, even though the map says, Google map says, take a right, you'll take a left. And the backseat fellow says, how many times I told you to read the map correctly? And then later on they realize there's a roadblock there. Who said it? The inner voice. It's there for everybody. And to get to that, you need to do a lot of practice. What is that practices? Nishabda, Dhyana, Anushtana, Prapanchika Pravrutti, Nishabda, Chintana, Dhyana. Don't forget, these are the schedule. I don't know how many people started Chintana yesterday. Did you start Chintana? No. Start. There is no time. Tomorrow I'll start. Day after tomorrow I'll start. No. Start today itself. Chintana. Otherwise, there is no use for Khadgamala lectures. It will be nice, like a movie. 1 hour daily, short film. 15 days, 15 hours. But I need to practice immediately what I am hearing. So, Sarvasankshobhani. So, when it agitates, what happens is, when the precipitate is removed, agitated and removed, all the smooth flowing, the sattvika gunas, soft natures are coming up. That is where Sarva Vidravini. Right now, my compassion, my love, Dravini means flow. I flow towards that person. That means my awareness flows completely. I can do anything for that person. That kind of attitude, compassion, love. And I can know everything. Whatever is given to me, I just learn. I don't have any restrictions. So that kind of flexibility, adaptability, flexibility, feasibility, all are Sarva Vidravani. So now my compassion is only for my family members and some certain people. And in Durga Saptasati, the 4th chapter, the Devatas, the deities hail Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, Mahalakshmi, first chapter Mahalakshmi, saying that, Amma, you could have killed all these demons with just humkara bijaksharam, marana bijam. But you took so much strain and fought with them for years together with a compassion mind, so that by your touch and by your being pierced with your ayudas, they get to punyalokas, they attain moksha. Such is your compassion on your enemy also. That is Vidravani. You understand now? Even on my enemy, I should have the same compassion. He might have hurt me. She might have hurt me. That's a different case. But I'm sorry. I feel very bad for her. I don't know why she behaved or why he behaved, but my heart, why can't they be nice and get being liked by many people? Why they spoil their life like that? This kind of compassion on a person who cheated you, hurt you like anything. Can you have? Sasi Sarva Vidravini. Vishesha Dravanam, not Dravanam, Vidravini. Not just flow. How is that? You see a person, you see only in the movies, but we may not be able to do that. You see a person shivering with cold, and you're also having the same cold feeling. But looking at the person, you just remove your shirt and put it on him. That may be a bit of Sarva Vidravadi. And more particularly, that person is the one who stole money from your house. Sarva Vidravadi. He is suffering. That is only one level. I'm not completed it. One level. How this Vidravani extends further, we'll talk about it tomorrow, 6 p.m. same time. Sri Matra Nama.